What's up, everyone? Hi, this is your host, Stephanie
Hey.
Sweet,
And your co-host, Nia Audrey.
and you are tuned in to another episode of the Grown Upish podcast. I welcome
Hey,
you
hey,
all.
hey.
Um, yeah, I noticed I say the exact same intro every single
You
time.
nailed
It's
it though.
like
It rolls.
it
It rolls.
flows. It just comes
That's
out
why we
like
don't
that
need me to do it.
automatically.
Cause it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, all right, y'all, what up? Wait, huh?
You gonna have your own
That's your
twist
thing.
to it.
That's your thing.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny to me how it always comes out like about the same. Like,
It's
what's up,
perfect.
everyone? Like I've been rehearsing that same intro all the time. But I kind of feel like that's what professionals like professional like on the radio and
It
stuff like that.
does
They have
sound
the
real
same intro
professional.
all
It
the
gives me like when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, this sounds like it's the grown upish podcast. They
Yeah,
know.
thank you.
They
You
know.
know, we
You're
we
welcome.
professionals sometimes
I
over
love
here.
it. I love it.
So, how was your week?
My week was good. It was crazy. I mean, at this point, when is it not crazy? It
I
was good
know.
though. It was good overall. I have no complaints at all. I got my car out the shop. It was in the shop for a couple days, so did some grown
Right.
up things. Yeah, I
You
was
were
doing some grown up
adulting.
things. I was adulting, and so that was cool. But then yesterday, I was driving and like the oil filter and some other light came on. I'm like, bruh, you just came from the shop. What do you mean?
Why are
What do
you
you
acting
mean?
up right now? Why are
Why
you
are you even
starting
doing this?
already?
Like, so you finna go back because I don't have time. I'm finna have to call up Josh, whatever his name was. Hey, come get her
That
because she
helped you
tripping.
out.
Help me
Sure.
out, bro, because she tripping. But other than that, it was a pretty good week. I really don't have any complaints.
So wait, so you name your car? Do you name your car?
I didn't name this car. Usually I do name my car. Like my last car was like Jezebel or something like that. I don't know. My first car was named Nina. That was my little trap car. Her name was
Not the
Nina.
trap car.
Yeah, that was my
Oh
trap. It was a
snap.
1990 Oldsmobile. So
Oh,
that was my baby.
I was gonna be like, oh, is it an Impala or something, or like,
No,
like a
I had a
Chevy?
1990 Oldsmobile, a little box.
Oh.
I love that car though. It was definitely a old school,
You
and
always love your first car, like, or like that
it
car
was
that
the
you had for
best.
like forever.
Like those be a ride or die cars. It's like
Yeah,
you
be
you
riding
don't
out
got
with
no
that
car
thing. Still in
note.
love.
You just rolling. You rolling. So yeah, that was my
Facts.
little trapper. So yeah, it was a good week overall. I truly don't have any because I've had a toothache for like 3 weeks though, but I'm working on
You
that.
need to take care of that because
I went to
that.
the dentist. She cannot figure it out, and she's just like, "Well, everything looks good. Your smile is beautiful." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Love to hear it, but this tooth is still getting on my
Oh, let
nerves."
me ask you, do you grind when you sleep? Do
That's
you
what we're
like
thinking. We're thinking not only am I sleeping on my face because this tooth has a root canal. See, we're just getting all this my business. The tooth has a root canal. Here we
all
go,
up in
y'all.
it?
It has a root canal, and I've been sleeping. I think I've been sleeping on it, like sleeping on that side of my face.
Did you
And
recently
she
do
thinks I'm
it?
grinding. Yeah, it's been about 2 3 weeks, and I've been trying to stop
Oh,
sleeping
that's
on it.
definitely it's gonna hurt for a while. I
It
used to
is
touch
because just
mine.
think you keep doing it every night. Like every night, I'll end up pressed on this,
Yeah.
and I wake up like, "Oh, get off your face, girl, get off your face." So I'm gonna go to a specialist just to be sure there's nothing wrong, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, you want to make
once
sure
we
it's not
find
an
out like everything's
infection or
good, she was like, "You're gonna get a night guard because you're probably grinding," and I'm like, "Oh." That actually makes sense because it's been 2 years since my dog chewed up my retainer, so I haven't had a retainer. So I probably
yeah.
do need something. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's just
my
adult stuff.
yeah, I grind my teeth when I clench my jaw. I don't grind. I clench my jaw when I sleep.
Hmm.
So sometimes I wake up with like my jaw hurting.
And
Um
that's
so,
it because I also
so
think it's related to I think I clenched too and I have tension in my jaw because
yeah.
yesterday I was fine Thursday. I went to the dentist, so I was off work. I went back to work yesterday, and when I tell you, baby, I had a headache from the minute I
Yeah,
walked through that door.
it will
The
do
minute
it.
I walked to that building, my everything was just like, "Urgh."
Yeah, yeah, it
So
will
yeah,
do it.
that's
It's
it.
awful. It's awful.
It
It's
is.
awful. So I always, even when I'm like working or doing stuff, and I'll like clench my jaw, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I have to remind myself like, relax,
Relax. Yep.
relax, relax.
That's it. How was your
Meditating
week?
helps. So, or
I'm gonna
I know
try.
you're working out, but like I guess exhaustion I
Yeah,
feel
I
when
I
I'm
need to meditate. I need to meditate.
yeah, it helps me relax. It helps you relax, but if you do it before you sleep,
Mm-hmm.
you're more relaxed and maybe you're not gonna clench as much.
I'm
But
gonna try that.
at the end of the day, it's like you're sleeping. Have when you're sleeping, you can't really have control,
Nah,
like
I just
that.
be out here
So
wilding.
word. For me, I didn't really do much except for like just be busy with work and trying to do the things that I said I was gonna do, but I never get to
Mm-hmm.
do. And oh my gosh, yesterday my niece came over and she's starting to grow.
Oh,
I was like
she's
getting
about to start
emotional. I was
getting
like,
into
oh my god,
trouble.
come to me, like come. Soon she's gonna be running. I can't
She
even.
is.
I can't.
She
I
is.
cannot.
That's
Yeah,
so exciting.
yeah.
Yep. That's when y'all gotta start putting stuff up. Cause listen,
Right.
that's
She
when they start getting
rolls.
into everything.
She rolls. Right now, that's how she gets around. She'll just like
Oh,
roll from side to side and she'll end up like, wait, you weren't there before.
it's like, yeah,
How
I'm
did you
moving.
get there? So we have to watch her. We already have to start watching her. She's so adorable. But yeah,
Aw.
that's my little nugget, my little boo. I have so many names for her. She's my bear, my honey bear. She's my love bug, my little nugget, night
All the
boogie.
things.
I call her night boogie. I have like so many names. Fun facts about Stephanie, guys. I like if I really like you or I care about you, I will shorten your name. Or I will always use your shortened name or I'll give you a
Yeah.
nickname. That's like when I really like when I fucks with you.
It's your
Like
term of affection. Now you have a
yeah.
nickname. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Right. That's
And
exactly
I'm
it.
low key, I do that too. Or if I meet you and I find out you got a name, even if I just met you, I'm like, now I'm calling you your nickname. We are
Your
friends.
nickname.
You are welcome.
Automatically, I'm adopting this onto myself. Like, you didn't give me the rights to do that, but it's
You did
okay.
not.
It's okay. And there's some people that don't really like that.
Yeah, I'm indifferent. I'm not one of those people like, that's not my name. Like, first
Right,
off,
right.
fun fact, I made up the whole nickname Nia. Like, that is not a family nickname for me. Like, none of my family ever called me Nia. In
Yeah.
high school, I got tired. As I got older, I got tired of like saying, my name is Rania, Rania. And I just like, it's Rania, but you could just call me Nia. And it just
Oh,
stuck.
okay. So
I
you
just
were
stuck
telling
with it
everybody, Nia.
and ran with it. Like, just call me Nia. It's
Because
easier.
it's cute, too. It's cute and it's
It
easy.
is. When they be saying I look like Nia Long, y'all see it. Y'all see it.
Oh.
Okay. So then I just threw the Audrey in there for my middle name, and we've been running with it ever since. So yeah,
I dig
you
it.
just fun facts. There
Look
y'all
at
go.
you giving fun facts. We giving fun facts today. But let's go ahead and get into today's topic. So last week we kind of touched on this,
We did.
and as we were talking about, like
Dating.
knowing the person's feeling the person's temperature and
Yes.
understanding what that means, navigating through it, and like yeah, dating life and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a quick moment we touched on it, and it was just like how nice guys, because you've encountered some nice guys, but it didn't
I
seem like you were
have.
giving these nice guys a try. So this week we're gonna well
We're gonna get into it
we're
because I
gonna get
need to
into it,
clear
right?
some things up. I need to clear some things up because I don't want y'all out here thinking like I'm just out here dogging the nice guys out and chasing these toxic dudes because that is by no means the situation.
Right. Who
So
wants a toxic dude? Nobody wants a damn
I
toxic
don't
dude.
need that. I'm not here for
Yeah,
that
we're
at
just gonna
all.
talk
Like,
about, the question is, do nice guys finish last? That's what we're gonna be talking about
that's it.
today. And yeah, so like let's start with last week when you were talking about these
Nice guys. Okay.
nice
So
guys
let's
that you've
let's
met.
dig deeper into that because that
Okay.
wasn't what it was about, but today we digging in.
Right.
So nice guys. First off, nice guys can be it's subjective. Like what I consider a nice guy may not be what the next woman considers a nice guy. So that's one
Facts.
thing. So when I
Facts.
say nice guys, there's like two levels of nice guy, to be honest. So there's one type of nice guy who, hits all those boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're looking for a man who has a nice job, has his own place, if no kids is a thing for you, that could be a thing. has his own car, and he's
Right.
respectful, treats you well for the most part, you know. He's been respectful from what you've seen in the y'all encounters with each other. He's a nice guy. Now, there's also guys that if you are okay with a kid, if he has a kid, he has one kid or something like that, whatever your requirements are, again, your boxes.
Yeah.
So that's fitting that quality of a nice guy. He seems respectful. He's calling you. He's checking on you. Everything seems good from the get go. So I've had instances where I've met a guy and he's doing all of those things. Like, you know, he's in good communication. He's checking on me and we're talking. We've even gone on a couple dates. Everything looks good. Everything seems good. However, the reason why I say, like, you know, I've met some nice guys, it just didn't work, is that sometimes the vibe, the energy is just, I'm just not feeling him. And
Vibes
there
are
is,
real, man.
it is. And that's the part where I'm like, let me go back, because it's like I've met some nice guys and they've been great, but I did not feel that connection or that
It didn't
interest.
click. It didn't
It
like,
didn't click.
you didn't feel the spark.
And yes, and let me say, because we talked about like they're putting it on. Some people can put it on a little too thick.
Yes.
I don't want to chase. I don't want to chase by no means. Like you said, we all like a little bit of challenge, but I also don't want to feel like you're not being genuine with your
Yeah.
intentions either. And that's what I noticed, is that sometimes you meet this guy, and I've literally had a dude that I was like dating, I guess you could say, like, we need to talk every day. Like,
Yeah.
that is a requirement. And I'm just like,
Why?
that's not, like, if I want to talk to you, I'll call you, or you can
Yeah.
call me if you actually have something to talk about. But I'm not just gonna be sitting on the phone. Like, we would just be sitting on the phone. And this was
Oh no.
in the summer. I'm a teacher, so I'm off in the summer unless I
Yeah.
get blessed with a job. I'm off. I'm chilling. Like, all I do in the summertime, honestly, is work out and chill, to be
Yeah.
honest. So he would call, like, "Oh, what you doing?" I'm like, "On the couch watching TV." He's like, "Oh." Then he'll talk a little about what he doing, and then it's just sitting there, and I'm like,
And then it's
I
silence.
just,
Who wants that? That's not a
yeah.
conversation.
So it's like, no, like, you don't force it either, and this can
Yeah.
go both ways, because no man wants a woman who, yes, she can be nice and she can be sweet, but don't force it to be more than what it is. Like, it just should come naturally.
Right, but before we get to like the women, I need to say this. Like when we say nice guys, or when I say nice guys,
Yeah,
we don't want, at least speaking for myself, because I can't
yeah,
speak for all women, right? When I was out in the dating world, when I wasn't taken, I wasn't trying to be with somebody who was just gonna be like agreeing with every single thing that I say. You know what I'm
a
saying?
yes
Very
man.
super agreeable and just like, yeah, being a yes man or whatever. Like you have to challenge my thoughts and challenge my ideas. And I feel like sometimes like nice guys fall into this category of like the guys that are just so easy to like, they just agree with everything that
Yeah,
you say and they don't want to give you any pushback, maybe because they're like feeling like, oh my gosh, you're the bomb, and they don't want to like mess it up or
yeah,
something. You know what I mean? So they're scared to like challenge you or challenge your thoughts. And it's like that is basically what it lands you in this category of nice guy. And now, and not just that, but like other things too. Like you
yeah.
can't always just put me on a pedestal. Like call me
That's
out,
it.
tease me.
Thank you, because that was what I was about to say. I've
I'm
also
not
met,
perfect.
yeah, I've met some guys, and like, I know this sounds so crazy, and I know guys, I know men that y'all are gonna hear this, and y'all gonna be like, so you want us to lift you up and treat you like a queen, but you don't want us to lift you up and treat you like a queen.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
That's
I
not
can
it.
know that you're a great man, but like, I've had men like, and I hate to say it like this, but it's like, don't put me on a super pedestal. Like, I want you to acknowledge that I am a great woman. I want you to
Yeah.
acknowledge that I am a dope woman. I want you to acknowledge that, yes, I'm killing that shit out here. I love that. But also recognize that I'm human, recognize that
Yeah.
I'm going to make mistakes, recognize that I'm not perfect, because sometimes I have met men who I feel like sometimes they put me on such a pedestal, like, it kind of like scares me, because I'm like, yo, I'm not perfect, and
Right.
one day you're going to realize that, and what are you going to do
Do
when you
right,
realize that
right.
I'm
It's
not
like
this
call me out.
amazing person?
yeah, call me out, not in a derogatory way or whatever, but just like call
Mhm.
me out on my shit, tease me, or
Mhm.
challenge, like question my thought process, like whatever it
Mhm.
is that I'm thinking about. If I'm asking for your suggestion, give your true, have your own mind,
Be
basically.
authentic with
Be
me.
authentic,
Be
be the authentic
straightforward.
you. Exactly. Don't just be like, oh, the guy that you think I want you to be.
That's
You
it.
know what I mean? So yeah, you have like maybe things going for you, but are you being genuine with me? And
That's
so
it.
that also kind of ties into like when we talk about like guys that look good on paper, right? Because he has a job,
Yes.
he has this, and he has this going for him. Like he has a 401k, he doesn't have kids, whatever it is, or maybe he has kids. You having kids doesn't is not a deal breaker, not for everybody,
It's not.
whatever. But like you fit the criteria that would make you desirable, but then like you're
Mhm.
stale, you're not a good conversationalist maybe, or you don't have your own hobbies that you can then come back and talk to me about and be like, oh, I did this and I'm into that
Mhm.
and this happened, like, you know what I mean? Like, so you could actually have a conversation with somebody and be engaging and say, have something to say. So um when you're trying too hard, when you're like, again, just being very agreeable, those are the instances that I've like encountered where yeah, he's nice, but
Yeah,
not
it's
feeling
just
it.
not. It's just I'm not
It
feeling it.
causes
You
the
know.
spark not to be there because you're not giving me like, ooh, intrigue. Like I'm not
Yeah.
intrigued to find out more about you because you just like plain Jane with it.
Yeah.
you know?
And at the same time, all because we don't like it, don't mean you won't meet a woman that will like it. Because I
Facts.
also feel like nice guys don't finish last because there is a woman out there for that nice guy that's
Always.
gonna like all of that, that's gonna be down with all of that, whatever it may be. Like
Always.
it just hasn't been me. I just haven't met my nice guy. Okay.
I've
That's
been
all it
duped
is.
into dating a few nice guys, for a short period of time. And then I'm just like, nah, moving on. And then like they end up getting scooped up by somebody else. And
Yeah.
they'll like
Good for
date
them.
for forever. And I'm like, that's awesome. Great. You know what I mean? It's like there's always someone out there for everyone. And if you stop feeling like you need to be pretentious in any way or whatever, and you become like your genuine, you put yourself out there as your genuine self, you will attract more of what you are looking for, and you'll be able to find someone who will actually like you for you.
Yeah. And that I was gonna ask, so do you feel like um people date or feel obligated to date? Like, should I feel obligated to date somebody because they're nice? Because this is the thing. Like, we were talking about it, and it was like, oh, you done missed all these nice guys, give them a chance. But I'm like, I don't like them,
Yeah.
or it just wasn't
So
there. So like I felt bad last year because I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, you're meeting all these nice men and you're not feeling them. Like, yo, what's the issue? Like,
so my
what's
answer to
going
that
on
is
with
yes
you?
or no. And I say yes because I say this to our other friend too, B. like I want you guys, my single friends, all of you, to be able
Hello.
to try the guy out, especially if you feel like, oh, he has some things going for
Mhm.
him. Like, I want you guys to be able to just explore that option. Now, if
Yeah.
you genuinely explore the option, or off the top there are some things that you just are seeing that are no go, you're just
Mhm.
not into him, whatever, I get it. I'm not, who wants to be dating and wasting somebody else's time? Like, don't do that. Like, I wouldn't support that. Don't do that. But if I feel like you're being picky based off of the conversations that we're having, or if I feel like you're overthinking things, I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna say, no, give this guy a genuine good old college try. Like,
Yeah, good old college try. Y'all
good
know what
old
that means.
college try. Like, what do you have to lose? But not to the point where you're losing time, you're wasting time or
Yeah.
wasting their time. But like, because sometimes dating outside of your comfort zone is one interesting. You learn a lot about yourself, and you'd be surprised by the type of person that you end up like being intrigued by. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That might teach you some things you never even thought, you
You
were
right. You
interested
right.
in. So when I've done that, when I did that in the past, it wasn't all the way bad. I can't say it
Okay.
was like all the way bad.
All right, I feel you. I can see the yes and no. I can see the yes and no because that's why I'm like, all right, I have tried it, um, and I didn't even say tried it. I've given the guy a chance. I've given myself a chance because everybody wants to find the right person for them and a good person. So I'm not saying like I just was like, no, it just wasn't working, wasn't it? It just wasn't the vibe at that time, and that's another thing. It's at that time
At
because
that time,
you
yeah.
know a
Because it
lot of
does
people,
change, right? Like you can
yeah.
then later on be like, oh, okay,
I
I'm in a
encountered it. You
different
encounter
space
that person
now.
again. I'm in a different space.
Yeah,
We vibe, we connect, and it could work, turn into something else. So I'm never, closing it off. I'm never gonna say that there's not a guy that I've hung out with in the past that, was that nice guy who I wouldn't be interested in. Seeing what
exactly.
happens now that I'm in a different place in life. I also wanted to touch on the fact that again, like we said, they look good on paper, but I am noticing, or I have come across that some of the guys that I have met who look good on paper or they check the boxes, there's other things going on that then kind of like, nah, not here. And that's where I said maybe that growth part, because you hear a lot about women bringing baggage from their past, but we don't talk about or get into about as often that men also can bring
Hella
back
luggage.
or
Right.
trauma and things like that from their past as well. And the difference is that more women are going to be open to going and talking to somebody, actual therapist, than a lot of these men.
Guys.
You get those men who have hit that level of maturity and understand like, yo, no, I need to go talk to somebody like a legit therapist and like get some help on this.
Yeah.
But there's not very many. And that has been one thing that I have encountered. Like a big key component of what kind of messes stuff up when I do meet some of these guys is that they hit all the boxes. I'm getting to know them. And then I realize, like, yo, you've gone through a lot of stuff with past relationships, and that is
Yes.
not affecting this relationship that we're
Yes.
trying to develop. And we can't get past the stuff that's happened in your past. I'm coming, like, there's a difference between learning from your past and moving accordingly and carrying your past with you.
and
Like,
and still, yeah, and still
in
having or harboring those burdens,
yes,
all
because
those
like,
hurts.
okay, learning from your past is like, like I said, these are the things that I've gone with. I'm not going to deal with now. Like that's
Yeah.
I've learned. I know that I'm not going to tolerate certain things or I'm not going to do certain things. I'm not going to put myself in that position.
Yeah.
But carrying your past is literally me saying every time I meet a guy, I'm waiting for him to do something that my ex did. Or I'm
Yeah.
waiting for him to, I'm constantly waiting, looking to for him to be like an ex from the past or something like that. Like you can't, if you're doing that, guys, because I want to speak to the men specifically because this is something that has been coming up. If you've been in a relationship where you've had a woman cheat on you, or you did some stuff and you dogged her out and then she dogged you back out or got you good, whatever the case was, you cannot then meet another woman, because it doesn't matter how great of a guy you are on paper. If you meet a woman and you keep bringing that same toxic behavior, or you're waiting for her to dog you out like the
Yeah.
last person dogged you out, or you're waiting for her to do whatever. If you're
Because
waiting
they
for her
say
to
that
F
too.
up,
Yeah. They'll say
what
that
you
too. They'll
what you
be
want her to
like,
do?
"Well, now you're punishing me for the actions of the previous guy because he did this and he was a
That's it,
cheater
girl.
and he did that." Exactly.
They
Same
do the
thing
same thing
fits.
to women.
Yes,
Yep,
the
they
same
do.
thing
I have
applies here.
dated men who literally are like, "Well, this is what my ex did to me," and da da da, and
Well,
like
that was your
now you
ex,
you
not
can't
me.
open up to me because of what she did. That ain't. I'm
Right.
not her, bruh. I'm not
Right.
her, and I'm tired of hearing about her. Matter of fact, so like, this is 100. Like, do not like if
She's
you're
not
still
here.
she
Right.
not here. Do you want me to go get her so y'all can talk it out? Because clearly we need to
Right.
go to
Right.
therapy
Right.
together. Because I can't help you. Like that has been the number one thing that has come up as of lately, and it's like y'all gotta chill with that because again, personally, I can't speak for the next woman. She might sit there and deal with your harboring feelings from the past. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna give you
super
a couple times
unfair.
to mention
It's
your
super
past, and then I'm
unfair.
out.
It's super unnecessary, and it's just like now you're causing issues where there shouldn't be. There should be like a brand new slate, and again, there's some degree of it that is like, okay, you have experiences, and
Hmm.
so you're gonna act accordingly to the experiences, in accordance to the experiences that you've had. So I get that, you being, maybe protective of yourself,
Yeah.
or being cautious on how quick to move things along because you've been
Hmm.
hurt in the past. I get that. But like, allow me the opportunity to be able to prove you wrong and show you that I'm a
Exactly.
good woman, or show you that I'm a good man,
And
right?
even that, like even then, if I have, because this is my thing. I always tell people when I go into a new relationship or I'm dating somebody, I always tell people I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna go
Right.
looking for nothing. I'm gonna take your word when you give me your word. I'm gonna trust you until you give me a reason to think otherwise. I'm gonna come in, my guard's gonna be
100%.
up just a little bit, but eventually I'm gonna let those guards down and I'm gonna ride out. I'm gonna
Right.
chill with you. I'm gonna trust you. I think sometimes I trust dudes so much it creeps them out because I be chilling. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna, where you at, when
Same.
you coming back, who you with. I ain't asking
Yeah,
none of
we're
that.
not doing
You
that.
you
Right.
you gonna do
I'm
what you
like
do
that too. I
anyway.
don't like that. I
So
don't want to
like,
police anyone. I don't want to sit around and just be
no.
like, be your owner, and like, like, no, we're not
But
doing
then you
any of
still
that.
over here waiting on me to do something crazy because you dealt with a crazy ex girlfriend. Like
Right.
I'm me, sir. Like, and
But
I
I feel
think
like
that.
sometimes too, like women and men use that as an excuse. They'll use that as an excuse to be prying around and asking too many questions, and like, you
Mhm.
know, oh, I want access to this and want access to that because this other nigga did XYZ, or this girl did XYZ. Like, no.
Mhm.
I've not given you any reason to for you to doubt anything that I've said, and if so,
Yep.
then you need to take me at my word. Unless like we have trust issues here, and we
Yep.
need to work those out. We need to use our
Mhm.
words, communicate, do something, and work it out. Because I'm not gonna sit here and just be policed around either because you're having issues about your past.
And
That's
that's
not
what it
fair.
is. That's what it is. I'm like a lot of these good guys, don't get me wrong. Y'all are good guys. You are. But just to give you some insight and some advice on why you're struggling, or maybe if you are one of those good guys that you feel like you're losing or whatever it is, check check on your emotional baggage.
Check
Check
yourself.
on what you bringing into these relationships because
Mm.
I feel like I'm a good woman. I meet this guy, I think he's a good guy, and then that comes up. And I'm like, okay, let me step back, let me go ahead and
Right.
fall back on you. And that is a key thing that I've noticed. Like, yeah, some men are good on paper, but they not good for you, for your spirit, your energy. Like they'll come and they'll look good, but because they haven't gotten their stuff together, now they disrupting your stuff. And
And sometimes it's just like an attitude thing. Maybe they have they have great things going for
hmm,
themselves. And when we say look good on paper, it's subjective again,
it
right?
is.
Like there's some women that are looking like, oh, okay, I need him to be like this, guy that keeps a job, corporate guy, he has
Hmm.
like savings, and he has his own place, he has his own car, he has his own, like
Hmm.
like a list. And then there's some women that are like, look, is he respectful to his mama? Like, does he handle his business that way? Is
You're
he
right.
a caring person? Like, does he seem very genuine?
Yes.
Yeah, he might not have the world or whatever, or may not have all his ducks in a row, but is he a good,
I see
genuine
him
person that,
trying. Yeah.
yeah, like
Because
that will put
that.
effort? And I came to the realization that because I've dated both, right?
Mhm.
I've dated both spectrums, and like someone who is like together, okay, we won't be worried about nothing. And then like someone who's like maybe not struggling, but you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
you still going through the motions of getting stuff together,
Yep.
whatever, right? And what I realized, it all comes down to the vibes, personality.
That's it. That's the
It really
foundation.
is like, how am I engaging with you? At least for me. And then on top of that is like, do I see staying power in you? Like, are you a fighter? Are you gonna fight for me the way I'm gonna fight for you? It's like
Yep.
love. Like, do you love me enough where, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna love me through my good times, my bad times, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You, those hardships, you're gonna be willing to fight through them so that we can end up on the other side and stick together. Like values. So core values to me is more important than the looking good on paper,
Yep.
because guys that look good on paper will dog you out just as bad as that guy who sits on the sofa
And
and
that's what I
eats
was
up
gonna
all
say.
the
That's what it
snacks and
starts
ain't
coming down
working.
to. That
Huh?
foundational stuff. I said that's what
Yeah.
it starts to come down to. And again, some of the guys I did get to know a little bit better and they were nice. But once I got down, start getting to that foundational stuff, which I definitely will share the story when we get to Classy Ratchet or Real, and I will go into more detail
A.
about the guy from last week that I mentioned, who I kind of was like, yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't
Let's get
gonna work.
into it, because
Um,
we can get
it's
into
about
it.
that time. All
It's
right. So
about that
classy,
time.
ratchet, or real. All
Yes.
right. So the guy that I brought up last year. So this is around this time last year. Yeah, I think. Yeah, January. It was like January. Actually, we was even talking around Valentine's Day because he had went out of town for Valentine's Day and we were supposed to go out again. But anyways, so yeah, it was around this time last year. He was nice. I had met him on Bumble, and he was nice in the sense like he was
Bumble, go ahead and
respectful.
sponsor us already, okay? Just go
At
ahead
this
and
point,
sponsor
if
us.
Bumble sponsor us, I will actually get back on there and give it a real shot. Y'all
Ooh.
sponsor us. We can turn this into a dating show on the side.
Okay.
Um, so I met him on Bumble, and like when I say he was nice, I mean like he was decent looking. He was like respectful. Like the first time we met, we called it like a meet and greet. Like he was like, "We're gonna have a meet and greet, so it's not an official date. I just need to make sure you're not crazy. You can make sure I'm not crazy."
Oh,
So we like
okay.
met at like a
I like
park.
that.
Yeah, like we met at a park. It was literally like after work. Like he was coming from work, I was coming from work. It was just like, hey,
Like a
let's just hang
simple
out.
chill vibe, no
Yeah,
pressure.
real chill.
Okay.
So we met. Everything was cool. We talking and stuff. He was funny. He was goofy. He was sweet. After that, it was like, okay, let's do another date. Let's actually have a date. So we're still talking. We're vibing. We're everything's normal. I was like trying to like him more because I could tell he was like really into me. So I was like trying to like him more, but something just wasn't clicking. Like it just wasn't clicking. So he did have a background. Like he had like did some stuff when he was younger, like I don't know, early 20s, maybe a teenager or something, where he had
Like
been
a,
to
you
jail or
mean like a
whatever.
criminal
Yeah,
background?
like a criminal
Okay.
background. So he had did some time.
Everybody has a background, but
Yeah,
okay. Just
no,
needed to
some a
clarify.
criminal background. But I was like, that's fine. That didn't really phase me. That didn't really bother me. He was like a hothead. He was in these streets.
Okay.
So he had some kids, but again, didn't phase me much as long as you not.
Wait, what's some? You said
He
some?
had like he had one kid, one biological son, and then the other son was just his biological son brother, but he would pick him up too. So he says he had two boys, but he really only had one
Biological son's brother. Oh,
brother.
okay, okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
So he
His
had
son's
two
brother, but
boys.
they weren't. Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
but
from
the
him.
son, yeah,
Okay,
it wasn't
gotcha.
his.
Yeah.
So he would say he has two boys. He was like, because I've been there since he was a baby, so I'm gonna take care of him too. So I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
okay,
sweet.
good. You got, good
That's sweet.
parenting. He would have
Yeah.
his kids with him.
Yeah.
He picking them up. So I'm like, okay, cool, 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 cool. Everything's good. But again, I don't know. It's just not. I'm just not like,
It
ooh,
wasn't clicking.
I'm not giving the bubbly feelings.
Right.
So then he's like texting me one day about how, because remember, he was out here in these streets back in his young days and beefing with people and stuff, going to jail. So he mentions like, yeah, this dude, like, I was hungry. I don't know, maybe I was just angry because I was hungry, but some dude did something to him out in the streets and he almost got into it with the dude.
Oh
And in my
Lord.
mind, I'm just like, sir, you too old to be possibly getting into it with nobody out here over nothing. Like,
Yeah.
so I was just real, like, my response was just, I guess it was through text. And I guess even through text, he could sense that my response was just like,
You were
really?
over it.
Like, we getting into it with people? Like, how old are we, sir?
Yeah.
We're not doing that. So that's when he was just like, is everything good? Because I was just like, yeah, oh, maybe you should go eat something. And maybe you hungry, you hangry or something like that. I was like, maybe you
Hangry.
need to go
He's
eat.
hangry.
So he like, we good. And that's when I was like, yeah, we good. But I think you put it on too thick. And to just give y'all some more backstory, he had been hitting me with the baby mama,
Oh
future baby
gosh. Yeah.
mama. And like,
Yeah.
first off, calling me your future baby mama is so fucking insulting. Excuse my French. Because I know we don't usually be cussing on here.
I
But
mean, I
calling
curse all
me,
the time. I think you're the one that does.
I'm the
I'm
one that
like,
don't be cussing, which is crazy because I'll be cussing like a pirate any other time. Mainly when I'm mad. When I'm mad, woo, them words fly. Um, but so like he would like he mentioned like right before that, like, all right, future baby mama, I'm gonna talk to you later or something like that. And I'm just like, ew,
future baby
cringe,
mama.
future baby mama. Bitch, I see what happened with your first baby mama. Why would I want that too?
Right.
I don't want to be nobody's baby mama. I do not aspire to be a
Right.
baby mama.
I
Do
aspire to
not
be a
call
wife, maybe,
a
or
wife, future wife would have been cute. But even then, bro, we only been talking for 2 months.
yeah, you're doing a
Barely.
lot. You don't
Barely.
even
You
know
doing a
me yet.
whole lot. Can we
You barely
ease
know
into
me.
the thank you. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the example of putting it on too thick. Hey baby, hey sugarfoot, hey this, baby
Sugarfoot.
mama, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, boy, you
The
don't even
baby
know if I'm
mama
crazy
part. The
yet.
hey baby.
Hey baby is one thing. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, gorgeous. I love
Sweetheart,
those.
yeah.
Sweetheart,
I don't
gorgeous. I
like
love that.
that. But
You
like
know, hey
you
queen, good morning, queens. That's cute. Baby
the
mama,
planning
even
our lives,
future wifey, when I just met you yesterday, you doing too much.
No, that's
You're
a lot.
doing too much. Tone it down. So
Yeah.
that's when I was like, yeah, I'm good because I had already told him. I think I had told him too because he was like, I usually don't do all this pet name stuff, but I just really like you. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you. I'm
Pet
surprised
name.
because you definitely laying it on thick. Like I was just like,
Pet
hey, good
name.
morning. I hadn't even did no pet names with him either. So I'm just like, hey, good morning or whatever. So at that point, like I've already tried to tell you nicely to chill,
Yeah.
and you weren't chilling. So at this point, I can't be nice about it. Like I tried to be nice and say,
Yeah.
can you chill? Can you slow down? Because at that time, I even told him like I'm just looking for a friend. Like honestly, what I've been looking for is a dude that can be my friend that I can vibe with hard. Like
Yes.
I really want whoever I end up with to be in a
Find
relationship.
your
I want
friend.
to be
That's it.
friends first. Like I just want to be
That's
friends.
it.
Like I don't understand. I was really just trying to have fun, do some freaky stuff, and go on some fun dates. And niggas is just fucking this up for me. And I don't even use the N word. I'm sorry. Y'all men is just fucking this up for me. Like I'm just trying to have fun and do good rat stuff with my boo too. Okay.
Right. Right.
Like I was just trying to let my inner freak shine and have fun. And y'all men are
And
just
that's it. That's like the ultimate goal. I just want to
that
have
is
fun with my
like women.
friend. That's a guy that I can
All
freak
we
on
want is to
too.
be our best friend in male form, who we can laugh with, gossip with, joke with, and get dick.
Right. It's like
You
the
know,
bomb. The bomb.
that's what
Right.
I
Right.
want.
Because I can't
And
do that
like
with my best friend. Like,
I
love my
can't.
best friends
Yeah,
to
I love
death.
her. Love
They're
you.
great. But no,
Amazing. But
they're
no, I don't
amazing.
want them. There's things that I want that they cannot do for me, and I don't want them to do for me.
Right.
Okay, so that
Yes.
is where I'm at right now. Like that is really where I'm at. So that's what I was trying to be on. Then that's what I was trying to be on with this past situation. I don't
It
know if
didn't
like
work out. It
it
didn't
ain't
work
work
out.
out. I don't know what I
It
did
didn't.
wrong.
It
I've
was
been counting it,
it
calculating
was the one.
what I do, what I do. Like so yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to cut that loose because it's like I feel like when I be thinking I'm chilling, when I be thinking I'm on some cool, chill, let's just have fun, let's kick it stuff, the dudes either be like, relationship, relationship, oh, she going
Right,
through
right. And
relationship.
they come
I'm like,
on
bro,
so strong with
I
it
don't.
that it makes you fall back. It makes you want to fall back. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my real moment. It was a little he was a little
The takeaway
freaking
there,
off.
guys, is don't lay it on too thick. Like
Don't
pace yourself. Just allow the relationship to flourish and just like have fun. Enjoy yourself. You don't have to
it,
be too
it
extra.
don't ever call a woman your future baby mama. 'Cause
Right.
any woman with some
Or
sense
that
is gonna be
sugarfoot.
like,
I don't know that I like that.
oh, you
Sugarfoot.
sugar. First off, are you gonna suck my toes?
Right. Oh, but I kind of I like that.
Okay.
I like that part. Just don't call me no sugarfoot.
I
That's for
gotta go
another
there at
time.
least once an episode. Once an episode, it's gonna go left once an
It's
episode.
gonna go right, right, right.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. I had a moment. Oh, I had a moment. Whew, okay. I done cussed and dropped the N bomb. I'm just
You
cutting up
did.
this episode. I am so sorry, you
I'm
guys.
usually the cursor. I'm
You
usually the
are. I'm
one.
behaving myself.
Mm.
I don't even. Okay.
Well, it's
Okay.
not like there's anyone here to police you, so it's fine. You're good.
Thank you.
Mine is really like okay. So you guys already know I've had prior to being married, I was previously engaged. If you've been following this podcast from the beginning, you know. Um, and that relationship is like an example of someone being like looking good on paper
Yes.
and it's just still not gonna work out, like no matter what I try and do, just because it's just not meant to work out. Just plain simple facts. Some people are in your lives to like for the long haul, and then some people not so much, and that's just what it is, right? So he was like smart guy, you know, presented well, and like just had a great job, had a great
Awesome.
car, had his own house, just he's just a great genuine guy. You look at him and you're like, dang, he cute. Oh, and he has all his teeth. All right, cool. And and he's like, you know,
All his.
he knows how to keep a job. What?
I feel
So
you
it's
know the
like
teeth thing is for real because everybody don't be
the
having their
teeth thing
teeth,
is a
bro.
I look at teeth. I don't know.
I do too.
It's one of
I
my
do too.
things. Yeah, it's one of my things. So it's like, oh, okay, he has like great things going for him, Um, we vibed good. But one thing that I quickly learned, as the relationship went on, first of all, like we got engaged like super fast. And to me that wasn't a red flag in any way,
Hmm.
because I'm the type of person, like I feel like if I feel like I know you, or I feel
Yeah.
like I'm getting the good energy from you, you know what I mean? I could know you 2 years and you still shit on me, and I could know you 4 months, and you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
time frame, the time span to me
Doesn't
doesn't
matter.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it's the quality of the engagement that we've had and interaction that we've had, So um yeah, we got engaged like within 4 months of knowing each other, and then I started like planning wedding thereafter, but we never even got there. So and we got engaged twice, just to put it out there. But back to the point I was trying to make is that we were overall together for about 5 years in all,
Yeah.
and we did have a break at one point for like a 3 month period or so. It was almost 5 years. It was like four and change. We had like a 3 month break. Um, and like I felt like I knew this person. Again, great person. I knew he would provide. I knew he was like a reliable guy. I
Yeah.
knew that if I ever needed something, if I ever need something today, I can call him and he would be like, "What you need, Steph?" Like that's, he was a genuine
That type
guy,
of guy. Hmm.
Yeah. And we didn't break up on like bad terms or anything like that. It just did not work for us for the long haul. And
Hmm.
that's because he had some things that he needed to deal with, and so did I. I'm not gonna say like I'm an angel. I learned a lot about that relationship, but we were just not not meant to be. It just did not
Yeah.
work out because I felt like he had some selfish issues that, when you were talking about, some people are willing to deal with their issues and um maybe even seek counseling or
Yeah.
talk to somebody or any of that. Yeah, he was the type that did not, like, and he
Mhm.
wanted things his way, and
That was it. It
that's
is what
it.
it is.
Like,
This is who I
the
am. This is how I'm
flexibility.
gonna be.
Yeah. And he
Feel
was
it.
very much introvert, and I'm like all about the mingling with the locals and, being out or be at family, and he just was not. I started to realize that the key core fundamental values that I had and wanted within my partner, he just didn't possess.
Yeah.
Now those weren't things that he maybe couldn't have
grown into
grown
or developed.
to, yeah, to like, do or have within himself, but he wasn't willing to even try. So what's the point?
Yep.
Like, if someone is happy
Hmm.
with the way that they are and they don't see that there's an issue, like, you gotta step back, because now it's not on them, it's on you. Like, are you willing to take the person for who they are? And if not, then you gotta walk away. And that's what I decided to do, is just walk away. So um yeah, definitely, I find that I made the best choice for me, because from that relationship I learned so much about myself and what I'm willing to compromise on and what I'm not willing to compromise on. And your
Yep.
peace of mind should definitely not be something that you're willing to compromise on.
And that's
You need somebody who's gonna come to the ring and fight with you, through whatever obstacles you both have. It can't be just be one sided, um and and then I realized, like, that statement that I always make, like, I can make the relationship that I have be whatever I want it to be.
yep.
And it doesn't have to fall into this cookie cutter category of whatever society has deemed to be what what makes the relationship. Oh, like, you guys make it. Oh, we would hear this all the time. You guys make such a cute couple, and you guys are
Hmm.
like so cute together, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, yeah, but I wasn't really like. There were moments where I was happy, but I really wasn't happy. I would be miserable. And the finding the friend, like finding someone who you like can laugh with, vibe with, that best friend like we were just saying just
Hmm.
now, like, who could also give you some dick on the side. Like, that's the key. Like, that's the goal. That's the ultimate
Exactly.
goal. Okay, and praise
Exactly.
God, I'm blessed today. But today I'm
There
blessed. Okay, so
And
yeah,
I think
so
that's the
that's my
perfect
classy ratchet or
example.
real story. It's really like, just because someone looks nice on paper, has all these things going for them, and is really organized, or has their lives on like that track of like what you maybe see yourself,
Hmm.
going, or and whatnot, doesn't mean that you have to deal with a bad attitude,
Yep.
someone who's selfish and just not willing to meet you in the middle.
Yep. And I was gonna add, like, that's definitely a perfect example, that all because somebody has the checks all the box or is a good guy, um, doesn't mean you have to stick through it, and try to make it work.
Mm,
Because, oh, he's a great guy, he's a great catch, you should stay with him, or you should be with him. He's so good. And I also would say, like, for those of you out there that feel like, I'm a good guy, why isn't it, why am I not finding the right person? Or, do some deep self-reflection. Not trying to say anything's wrong with you, but we all have things that we can work on. What have you noticed? Have you noticed any patterns when you are dating? Like, what occurs that may be that roadblock, Also, be sure that, if you are a good guy, because this has not been my case, but if you're a good guy and you are dating people and things aren't working out, maybe reevaluate the type of woman that you are interested in and that you're dating.
right.
Because, like I said, in my case, I don't think this is the case, but make sure that if you are one of those good men, you feel like you've hit all the boxes, you got yourself together, that you're dating or you're pursuing women who also have their stuff together. And that also includes mentally and emotionally too. Because I know good guys that you're dating these women who don't got their stuff together, who are carrying the baggage, who are
Yeah.
bringing it into the relationship with you guys, who don't have the same core foundations as you. And all because she may look like a good woman and she may hit all those boxes. If
Yeah.
her foundation is not solid either, it's not going to work. And that's usually why things are falling apart and not working, because I have seen that. I've known, one of my good friends, he's engaged now, and I'm very excited for him. I can't wait to meet his future wife, Brandon. I don't know if you actually listen to this. Might have to tag you in this
Brandon
clip.
needs to
Want
listen.
to
Right.
want to meet your wife, sir. Um, but he's a really great guy, like phenomenal guy. And I don't know all his dating history, but I know it took him some time. He did a lot of self reflecting, and he had been dating and things didn't necessarily work out. But I'm thankful that he's been blessed to meet his life partner. And it happens at your own time as well for everybody. I just want to say that,
Yeah,
like, in due time, you
it
will
really
meet
does.
your good person, you know, in due time, you will meet your Mrs. Right or your Mr. Right. Just as I always say, my favorite line is trust the journey, trust the process, you know,
Right.
that you're going to go through. And while you're going through it, continuing to build on and love yourself. Like, I do truly believe that um, most times when you're in your happy place and you vibing and you chilling and you in your good zone, that's when that person will come along. So I just want to say
Exactly.
that
When you're just living your life, when you're
live your
just going
life
by your regular day to day, that's exactly when it will happen. And
because you got that glow.
not to take away from what you just said, because very very valid points, but even that perfect person is not perfect. They're perfect for you,
Keyword.
but they're
Yes.
gonna have flaws, they're gonna make mistakes, they're gonna
Yes.
stumble, they're gonna fall, they're gonna trip you up, you're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna get tripped
Yep.
up. And it's just all about like remembering the core, like why did we come together,
That's
what
it.
what are we doing this for, and whatever that constant foundation, whatever
Hmm.
that constant is for you guys, you gotta, find that through. My little 2 cents coming from the married lady, but
Yes.
no one is perfect, like
At all.
I damn sure ain't.
So
So
in between time, we in these streets. No, I'm just kidding.
right. Yeah,
Have
you out
fun
here.
though,
That's
for real though.
it.
Have fun and
Summer
don't
2021.
don't beat yourselves up because like I literally last year like had to have like a moment like, yo, is it me that's
Right.
just not making
Let me
stuff right?
ask you. Let me ask you. Do you feel like, have you dated like down? Do you feel do you feel like you've dated down?
I would say
That's
that
such a bad
that
thing
dude
to
last
say.
year was my closest to dating down. That will be he was probably my closest to dating down. I don't date down. That's one thing about me. I will say this. Now I'm about to be a little cocky. Let me get back. Let me
Okay,
hop in
come
my
on
bag.
here.
Boop. Let me hop in my bag real quick. One thing about me, I don't date no lames. I don't date no chumps, and I don't date a man that ain't got the bag. Okay,
Ooh.
period. Boo. Because this is how I see it. At the end of the day, we grown. We be out here being freaky nasty. In the event Miss Nia ever
We're
gets
grown.
pregnant, I
Freaking
gotta know my baby gonna be taken care of. Okay,
right.
so I don't date
Right.
down per se. And let me also say that when I'm talking about date down, I'm talking about like to me, I don't looks are a thing, but you gotta be attractive to me. He ain't gotta be
Right.
fine to the next woman. Matter of fact, my ideal man is not attractive right off the top. I'm gonna be honest. Like I want a man that I look at and be like, whoo, and other women look
Yeah.
like and be like,
And it's
that's
something
him.
that kind of grows on you too, right?
Yeah, that's him, sis.
Yes. Yes.
So, but like date down, like I'm not big about your money, but I do like a man that's a go getter. Like
Yeah.
I don't need. I'm not gonna come up and like because I'm not a gold digger, but I need to know that he in his bag. He's grinding. He's making some money. You know, he doing his thing, whether that be a 9 to 5 blue collar job or he's an entrepreneur getting it how he get it. Um, that's my thing. So I don't think I date down. I like men who are
So
educated.
dating down for you, you're because based off going off of how you answered that, I
Yeah.
mean, it's more so like monetary wise, like
Like
having your
dating
stuff
down would
together.
be he dating down for me, like if I was to date down, it'd be like, oh, he's a really nice guy, even though he, you know, he and see, I couldn't even do it. Like, I don't even know if I could. Like
You're not gonna
he
date anyone
don't
that
got
works
it
at
all together.
McDonald's. Not putting anything against anybody that works at
Probably
McDonald's.
not.
But I'm talking
Probably not.
about like cashier, because there are managers at McDonald's, there are directors
Yeah,
at McDonald's.
probably
There's all
not.
levels of it.
Maybe if I didn't know right away when I met him, and then I'm like, oh, okay, we can work on it. And then again, and some people might, again, this could be a very offensive like response, and some people might feel some type
Yes.
of way. But at the same time, I am a college educated woman. I bust my ass to get to where I am today. I've been in a position where I was making, which might not seem like a lot to some people, but I was making some really, really good money. I've managed a program. I've been a manager. I've done a lot in my short amount of time with 3 degrees. So for me, I don't feel like I should have to date the McDonald's um, manager. No shade to him, but if I
Wait,
met a nice
McDonald's
man,
managers make money?
I'm sure they do. And I was gonna say, if I met a nice man and he had his stuff together and he was out here and he had plans as far as he's about to own a couple McDonald's, now we're talking, okay? Because we got visions. But I like a go getter because I also have to know my end goal, and this is why I can't afford to date down. Because Renia don't want to work, baby. Renia wants to be a stay at home wife.
You want to be kept, sis?
I want to be kept. I want to be barefoot
Oh,
in the
okay.
kitchen with a belly cooking. Okay,
Oh, we
I
need
ain't
to talk about this on another day because I
a
feel like I have
whole
questions.
stay at home mom in the making. So I don't want to work. So I cannot date a man who's not going to be able to supply the life that I want. Like
That
we
you're
got to be
looking
honest.
for.
Yeah, that
All
I'm looking
right
for.
now, sis.
Ideally, I want to be. I want to have teaching in my back pocket, but have my own businesses as well. Like
Yeah.
that's my goal. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't date down. Dating down, like just to be completely honest, for me would be like somebody who's not able to take care of me financially and
Yeah. Yeah.
match
So my
me
rule of thumb,
intellectually as well. Because
yeah.
I can't do. I've talked to guys. I have. Ooh, I take that back. I met a guy one time. He was helping move
One
some
time.
furniture. One time, he was helping move some furniture. So he was just like a furniture mover guy. Two guys in the truck, dead ass. Two guys in the truck, dead ass. He was with two guys in the truck. So he was kind of cute. He was kind of cute. We exchanged numbers. And this is a couple of years ago. We exchanged numbers. We were talking. And this man talking about we can have an inside date. What the fuck is an inside date? What is that? Talk about a date at home. Boy, get off my line. And
Yo.
at that time, like his spelling was already trash. That was dating down.
Oh.
That's dating down. Somebody
Oh.
who ain't really got it together financially, but that's fine. But somebody who intellectually cannot hold a conversation with me, like you
Yeah.
cannot stimulate my mind.
Yeah.
Nah, because I can even rock with you if you out here you just trying to get it. You got plans and you got legit plans, like not just talking,
Yeah.
but you actually have plans. You're setting into motion. You may not be at the top right now, but you working your way up there. You have a plan. I can get with that, but to be intellectually lacking, nah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I my standard is always like has always been um somebody dating somebody who can match me or better, right?
That's it.
Bring the same things that I can bring to the
That's it.
table, right? Be it financially, look wise, whatever it is. Like I have to feel like we're at an even playing field, and
Yes.
then we take it from there. Like I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't necessarily date a McDonald's manager or whatever, because I feel like if you're a manager of a store of a you should be able to make some decent money. But it's the like you said, the mindset. Like
Mm-hmm.
are you aiming for more? Are you
Mm-hmm.
someone who takes charge and you know what I mean is going to
Yep.
lead in this household? Are you going to be a good provider? I mean, this is obviously not when I was just out here just dating to date, but when I was
Yeah.
just dating to, find somebody that I was going to pursue like a lifelong relationship with, when I was starting to date seriously. So that was like always my marker. Like, are you bringing to the table the same things, or do I feel like you're able to bring to the
Mm-hmm.
table the same things that I'm bringing to the table? And sometimes it's like it seems that way, but it's not really that way. So you start to like realize like certain things about the person, like they're just mediocre, and it's just like very sad. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I'm
that's
not gonna
not.
date down just for the sake of you being a nice guy. Like
Yeah, I must
I'm
really,
not gonna
really,
do that.
really love
I
you.
gotta really, really like you. And again, you gotta really be grinding because a lot of people talk. There's a lot of talkers out here.
And
People
there are
got big
people that are
plans, but
starting
ain't
off
got nothing
like,
in motion.
yeah, they're right, right. you talk a good game, but you're not putting any action behind it. And there are people that have great ideas. You know what I mean? They're just like in
Hmm.
a bad situation right now.
Yeah,
But give them a year or two, and you're gonna
they
be
got
like
it.
looking at a completely different person. So it's like you can't completely discount a person
Hmm.
for where they are, because it could be circumstantial. It's a
Exactly.
situation. And so when you're having these conversations and you see and you realize and you're able to identify, like, okay, you have a gift, or you have like
Hmm.
a spark in you, that you're a go-getter, and you're willing to put in the work to do these things, and I
Yeah.
see that you're taking actions towards these goals that you're trying to achieve. Like, that speaks volumes in itself,
That
like,
does.
you know
And
what
I
I
was gonna
mean,
say, and
because
that's
you're
key
about
right
that.
there. It's one thing to hear somebody talking about what their plans are, but when you
But
start to
actually
actually
taking
see it in
action towards
motion,
it.
yeah, now
Yeah.
that'll change the game. And that for me is like, okay, in that case, like you said, I absolutely agree. You always know how to say what I'm thinking, but you say it in a nice, clean way, and I come at it with the
Yeah.
like
That's why we
straightforward. I'm
vibe,
gonna
girl.
ruffle all the feathers. I'm gonna just give it to you uncut. But yeah, it's the matching me. Like even if he's not making more than me, because honestly, like I said, I'm not in any man's pocket. I
Right.
just know I
I
want
do
to
for
be able to be taken
myself.
care of. Yeah, I do for myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I know I see me marrying a man who, when he puts a ring on the finger and he's like, "So you want to keep doing the teacher stuff, or you ready to go ahead and open up
We
your
have
gym?
options.
What you want to do?"
We will have
That's what I want.
options. Yeah.
Yes, I want options. I want to be able to know
Options.
that I can be at home and raise our children without worrying about
No
if the bills are going to
problem.
be paid,
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, like no shade, and I don't want to be offensive to anybody, but
The guys
I
might come
also
for
feel
us in
like
the comments. I'm ready
they
for it.
might
Let's go.
yeah, and that's the sad part is though, because I've seen that I don't know if you had saw that video of the black lady who had asked for, like, she wanted to date up, and the guy was like, "You don't look good enough to date up," which first off was super
Yes.
disrespectful.
Yes. Like, are you a 10? Yes, I'm a 10. Are you talking about that one?
And I don't even know if he was asking her to say. He basically just straight up told her like she wanted to date financial wealthy men because she was a financial wealthy woman, and he was basically saying
Oh, I
like
don't know. That might be
men who make a
different.
lot of money. Yeah, it was this very toxic. I don't even know who he is, but he basically was like dismissing her credentials. And I want to say this to my beautiful black women out there who have bust their asses, who have gotten the degrees or who have not, but you still bust your ass to make a name for yourself in whatever industry that you're working in. You do not have to settle or downplay yourself because
Yeah.
people don't
No one
appreciate
has
black
to
women the way that they
settle.
did. Okay,
Yeah.
the way that they should. They don't appreciate us the way that they should. Don't ever think
Yeah.
that. Okay, because there is somebody out there who makes whatever you desire them to make. That will appreciate you, but also make sure you're bringing something to the table too. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say because you should be able to
Exactly.
take care of yourself as well. Because at the end of the day, a man who is making X amount of dollars or who is, a great man or a good guy who's got something going for himself, he's looking for a good woman who has something going for himself as well. So
Right.
again, it usually goes like you want somebody that
Hand
can,
in hand. Yeah.
that's hand in hand, that wants somebody that can be an equal partner financially, intellectually, that can match them as well. So I just want to say
I'm
that,
gonna
like,
play devil's
don't
advocate
downplay
too.
yourself.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate too, because there are a lot of guys out there that are willing to, like, come in and just scoop you up and save you too, and, like,
There are.
prop you
Like
up
I've
and,
told
like,
a lot of men that I date, like I don't have any desire to work after when I get married. Like I want my husband to be head of house. I don't want to be the breadwinner. I don't. I don't. I don't. Done it. Been doing
and
it
you
since I
shouldn't
started
have to.
working
You should
over
be able to
it.
get what you want to get. Like I
And a
always
lot of them
say,
are like, cool, perfect.
yeah, make your life whatever you want it to be, boo.
You do
That's
that.
period.
So again, ladies, like Steph always says, you can make your relationship what you want it to
To
be. I
be,
absolutely agree. Go for what you want, but
find
also make
that
sure you
person
put
that's
yourself
matching.
together
Yep.
so
Yep.
you can match. You can
Exactly. That's
match.
it. That's it. And, like, to touch a little bit on, I know we focused on, like, the good guy finishing last, and,
Yes.
all of that. But women too, just because you clean, you cook, keep the house well and whatever, that doesn't mean that, you should automatically find a guy. Put
Mm-mm.
effort into making sure that you present well, or that you have things going for yourself and you have your own
Yep.
hobbies and you can talk about different things, and like, put yourself out there really and truly, and you'll attract the right guy. You know what I mean? It's like
Yep. Because
sometimes I find that women complain about not being able to find that right guy because, oh, these guys are just playing games, and but maybe your criteria, you're not holding yourself up to a higher standard.
yes.
Maybe you need
Yes.
to look
Yes.
at what it is that you are looking for in guys, right? And maybe you're settling down. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe these guys that you are willing to give your attention to are whack ass dudes that are gonna be doing that. Like, look for better. You
Yep.
deserve better, queen. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to get better. So,
I agree. I agree absolutely. I was gonna say, yeah, because you could be a great woman, and also, um, what I want to say, you can be a great woman, and again, still not be meeting great guys, or even meeting great guys, but they're just not the guy for you too, because
yeah.
all because you're a great woman, you cook, you clean, you got an education, you can,
And then you start
dress up
doing
to be
everything for them.
baddie.
Don't do everything for them. Let them do stuff
Don't
for you. Just
don't
because
do
you
it
haven't had a
all.
boyfriend in a long time doesn't mean that you have to cater to every single thing for them and, like, oh, do their laundry, clean their house,
That was
iron.
me. That was me. Don't
No.
be me, sis. Don't do it.
No.
Stop it right
Stop
now.
it.
Stop. Okay. Don't do that.
Stop.
Okay. Learn
Have
from
him
me.
do stuff for you. Okay?
Because at the
Because
end of
I
the day,
feel
if
like
that ain't your person, it don't matter what you do, it's not gonna work. If he's not for you, he's just not for you. If he's not your person, it doesn't matter what you
bottom
do.
line.
And he will even tell you. I had him tell my ex told me you are a great woman. He just cannot be the person for me.
Yeah.
So stop. Stop, sis. Like know your worth,
Know
value
your
your
worth.
and acknowledge the fact that hey, yes, he was a great man. I was a great woman. We were just not good for each other.
Period,
It
poo.
happens. It happens. It's nothing against you. And that's it. You were engaged.
That's
You was whole engaged.
whole
Great
engaged.
guy. You're a great woman. It didn't. Sometimes it
It
just
still didn't
don't
work.
work.
Yeah, it still didn't work.
So yeah,
Whew. Yeah,
we
that
unpacked
was
a
like
lot today.
that was
We
a
unpacked
roller
a lot.
coaster. Yes, we did, but it was good.
It was.
So we're gonna wrap this up, guys. I hope you got some gems out of out of us.
I do. I hope. I hope. I hope I didn't say nothing too crazy. I feel like I get crazier and crazier every episode.
No, I feel like it's
I was weird
fine,
today. Okay,
and I hope we inspired some
let me know.
guys out there to be able to step out of their comfort zone and,
Yes.
be a little bit challenging to the women that they're meeting, and the same to
Yes.
the women, you know what I'm saying? Don't settle, don't be Mrs. Yes ma'am to everything,
Mm-hmm.
or yes sir to everything, just because you want to try to keep this guy. No.
Yes.
Okay. Be your genuine self. Go ahead, Nia. Drop your handles.
All right. You guys know you guys can find me on Instagram at Nia Adri. I also got BU by the Beats in the background. Y'all know. Hit me up.
Hey.
So yeah, hit me up. And I'm still in my year of yes. So if anybody want to ask me out, it's the year of yes. Go ahead. I'll just shoot my shots
You
all
better
over.
put yourself out there. Okay, you better shoot your shot. Y'all
All
better
right.
shoot y'all shot to Nia. She out here. All right. The Grown Up Ish podcast is on IG, The Grown Up Ish on Twitter, The Grown Up Ish Pod is the website. Like, subscribe, share, comment. And on the next episode, we're gonna start reading some of these letters that we've been getting. So
Yes,
I'm
yes,
excited that
yes.
you guys are sending us uh some mail. So thank you, and we're gonna go ahead and start reading those. I know I said
Yeah,
that
yeah,
last episode,
yeah.
but for sure the next
Next
episode, because
episode.
I always forget to look and see which one would fit better into the topic at hand. But maybe it doesn't even need to fit into the topic at hand, and
We're just
maybe,
gonna talk
maybe we
about
could just answer your questions, and that would be great. We'll just do that. So, all right, guys. Until next time.
it.
Bye.
Bye.